Hey everybody, I'm that one person, and welcome back to Scooby-Doo Night of 100 Frights. It's the next day. I had a little bit of trouble getting this started. For some reason it kept crashing on the intro screens, before if I had OBS open beforehand, so that was a little bit weird. But we're good now, it seems. For right now, we're getting into the first real segment of the game. Before it was just kind of like short little tutorial, obviously. Obviously, it's not going to be too easy or too hard right now, because it's just the beginning. I know later in the game it can get kind of obnoxious with its difficulty, but that's fine. Also, something I should probably mention, because I know people are probably going to mention it, there is a little... Before the first cutscene, or the title screen, there is a little cutscene that's... I didn't show it, I skipped it, because it's just the show's opening, and I don't want to get sued. Like, that's all there is to it. I don't want to get sued. I'm hardly even starting off on this whole YouTube, Twitch stream thing. I don't want to lose everything before I even get started. If I seem a little bit off, that's for two reasons. One, I have allergies and they're acting up a little bit today, so that's a little obnoxious. And on top of that, it's early. Normally when I record or stream or whatever, it's like later in the day, like 1 p.m. But right now it is 9:14 in the morning. I'm still a little bit tired. I'm still kind of waking up. The game seems to be running better than it was yesterday. I'm waiting for me saying that to bite me in the ass by everything immediately starting to lag. I feel like I should probably be talking more about the game, but I feel like I've already come so far into it that it would feel awkward and unnatural if I was to just start doing that now. So I'm left in an awkward situation. Well, I don't know how to use this. I'm gonna pause the recording real quick while I figure out how to make this work. Hang on. We're back. We're back. I think that first part might have gotten cut off. Also, I couldn't figure it out, so we're just gonna have to play through the game without that power-up. I wanted to show it off, but I mean, I probably wasn't gonna use it anyways. It just allows you to sneak past things, but this game's... you can get through this game pretty easily without it. Half the time I forget that it even exists, to be honest with you. Sorry if you guys heard that, that was disgusting. This game can be very obnoxious with how much backtracking you have to do. I feel like I mentioned that this game is very backtracky. Backtracky? That's weird, I'm not gonna say that. But you have to backtrack a lot. Just like other Metroidvania type games, I guess. It still feels weird to be calling this a Metroidvania, but I looked up the definition, and it technically does fit under that fit under that categorization. So yeah, that's weird. Wow, okay, that was entirely my fault. But yeah, there's a lot of backtracking in this game, and it's pretty obnoxious. Especially, it's also very obnoxious early on when you don't have any sort of power-ups or anything, so you just have to ignore most of the enemies. Like, all I can do to most of them at the moment is stun them, and that sucks. Also, Shaggy's here. I know the names of the characters because of the intro cutscene, but that's about all I know about the show.
Hey, Scoob! Better hop on quick! This thing has a mind of its own! Okay, Shaggy. Jump, Scoob!
I find it really interesting that they have levels like this, where they just have this one-time mechanic that they never use again.
Jump, Scoob!
Like, they never have anything like this again, not even just in terms of...
Back on, Scoob!
Like, they never used this lawnmower ever again, and there is never another moving platform type stage like this. Which, I mean, I guess it's fine. It's not exactly the most interesting type of stage. But still, I always find it interesting when games have, like, a one-time section that's never brought back. Like, I'm not sure if it's a waste of time on the developer's part or just them putting in... I'm not skipping that. I'm sorry. I know that was a bad idea, but you know what? Later on in the game, you need to use these things to open doors, and they get expensive. And to be perfectly honest, I don't want to have to record, or I mean, play without recording, just to collect a few of these, because I didn't have enough to reach some of the later sections of the game, because that would suck. On top of that sucking, did you know that you have to collect every single one of these to 100% a game? You have to get, like, that's like collecting every single coin in a Mario game. It's just, it's not gonna happen. I mean, I've done it once. But for the most part, it's just not gonna happen because, like, no one's gonna want to put that much time or effort into something. Especially when the 100% completion reward is as lackluster as it is in this game. Because once you get everything, the only thing... Like, let me explain. Collecting these gets you a reward in another section of the game that I have not showed you yet. I probably will after I finish this part. But that's not the point. It gets you a small reward. Every single one, every time you collect all of them in an area. Like, here, I'm gonna have to open the map to show this. See all these specific levels that have the same name? Those are a section. When you collect all the Scooby Snacks in one of these sections, you unlock a piece of concept art in another part of the game. The only problem with this is the last piece of concept art isn't concept art at all. It's just a very basic and boring image of his face that says, all snacks collected. And, gee, it really feels like it was worth it spending hours and hours and hours of my time collecting every single one of those, right? Right? Yeah, I think you guys get my message by saying that. I mean, the concept art can be kind of interesting sometimes, but I feel like doing this is a little bit excessive to do that, to get that. And especially when the last one isn't even concept art. It's just that's just kind of like, why would I put in the effort for that? I guess it's a good challenge, or it's something for speedrunners to do, because speedrunners do a lot of crazy stuff. But like, in my personal opinion, no. It's not worth it. Oh god, I'm gonna sneeze. I'm gonna die, too. Sorry if you guys heard that again. Yep, okay. I thought maybe it wouldn't hit me. Sometimes the hitbox can be a little bit wonky. That was not one of those times. Also, forgive me for saving so often. It's just kind of natural. Whenever I see the option to save in this game, my first instinct is to save immediately. Because I've had times where I've gotten sent way back because, like, I've died, or one time I even accidentally glitched out of bounds and wasn't able to get back in. So and I couldn't even die while I was out of bounds, so the only way... Oh, I couldn't have even gotten those in the first place. So that was just a big old waste of time. Well, that's great. Anyway, as I was saying, one time I glitched out of bounds, and I couldn't do anything to get out of it. So all I could do was restart the console, and I had to go so far back because I hadn't saved in forever. So I know that everyone knows this right now, for every game, any game, but save often, because good god. Save often, save often. That's all I have to say about that. Save often. I'm sorry if you're hearing every single one of those, and if not, I'm sorry for apologizing for something that you guys don't even know is happening. Making a lot of progress on this episode, though. Probably not going to reach a boss, though, because it takes a surprisingly long time to reach any of the bosses in this game. There's only 4, but for the most part, they're all just kind of clumped up at the end. It's because the game requires you to get a lot of the power-ups before you can start to get them, or reach the bosses, I mean. And it's like, once you reach the first boss, then the next thing you need to reach the next one is pretty much given to you by that boss. Oh god, the lag's kicking in. And it's kicking in sooner than last time. I think it might just be happening with the larger areas. Because I think this area is a bit bigger than the last one. I don't know why I always come over here when I play this game. Because I know that we don't have what we need to get up there on those trees yet. So it's just a waste of time. Lag's died down a bit. Never mind. Ah, here we go. Remember when I said this game has some pretty precise jumps? This one has some of them. It's a little bit hard to get around those branches and make it to the other end. Especially because when you get hit by the branch, it immediately stops your momentum. So you'll pretty much always plummet to your death if you are hit by one of those. That was just stupid of me. Oh god, frame rate. Get to the next area quick. Oh, good god. I mean, it's still playable, but I still would prefer to not have any lag, so I'm not ruining the experience for you guys. But we got out of there relatively okay. But we're still putting up with some lag. Alright, I might just have to do this series in shorter episodes. Because it seems to work fine for a while, but then just starts to slowly die on me. I don't know why that happens, but it happens. Probably because, like, running the game and OBS trying to record this is a bit of a problem for it. Oh, good God, this is awful. I really hope there's a save point soon. The next time we hit a save point, I think I'm gonna end this one off. Because, good God. Oh, that was weird. We got a little bit of normal frame rate for a second there. Just for a second. Oh, God. Alright, I'm gonna use that warp gate over there. Wait. Oh, God. Every time the camera turns and it shows that mountain over there, the game slows. Alright, I'm gonna warp back to the beginning, and then we're gonna save, and we are going to end this one off here. Maybe. I hate that I'm having to... Well, I guess I could show off the area I was talking about earlier. It probably won't lag the game out too much. Oh, God. At least it's still playable, unlike Rhythm Heaven. So, as you can see from that sign up there, this is the Monster Gallery. This area is interesting because, I mean, it's not really important to the game. You could play the whole thing without even coming over here. But it's just kind of like a museum to see things you've seen throughout the game. Right here allows you to see the cutscenes you've seen. Or... hang on. It's a little bit finicky. Or concept art. I think you just always... No, you don't always start out with one. I collected one by doing the intro area and tutorial. But this is where you see all the concept art you have unlocked. We only have the one. On top of that, that weird coin we found earlier with a monster's face on it is called a monster token. And we can see said enemy right here, allowing us to see all the enemies in the game, including bosses, and a little bit of trivia that I don't really care about because I never watched the show. We might end up collecting all of those tokens throughout the game, just because why not? You shouldn't get your hopes up about it, I'm probably not going to. But, I mean, maybe. We might, just because why not? Then maybe we'll do like a bonus episode where I just go through and show everything from the Monster Gallery. But for the most part, I think that's about all I have to say for this episode. Time for the outro. If you hate this part, feel free to just go to another video. If you like the video, be sure to leave a like. It lets me know if you're enjoying this series or not. If you think you know someone who might enjoy this, share it around, tell them. It's always nice to have new people to see this content of mine. I stream every Monday. You can find where I stream in my channel's About section. Apparently YouTube doesn't like it when you say it. And comment. If you guys have things to say to me, anything at all, feel free to. Because I just like to see comments. I like to see that people are there. I like to know that there's people seeing this and talking. You don't have to comment, but it would be appreciated if you did. And if you want to see more content from me, be sure to subscribe. I will see you in the next video. Peace.